Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Just thought I'd do this message a little bit off the cuff, really, because I've not had so many suggestions for video ideas, topics to cover. But I work in a school, so um, today was the first day of my Easter holiday or break or vacation, whatever you call it, wherever you are. So for me, I've had a big change of routine because I've gone from not having to get up early in the morning to all of a sudden having a completely free day with a lot of time in it that needed to be filled out. So it kind of gave me the idea to discuss what do you do when you are signed off work and you are suffering from anxiety and depression, which I've been signed off a few times, and on the occasions that I have been signed off, there usually, well, there have been times when I've been put on a medication, and for a week or so, I've been getting used to that medication because I've been a bit groggy or drowsy, and working would be very, very hard indeed, in an anxious state as well as feeling a bit groggy and tired and on occasions a little bit nauseous as well. So, what do you do if your doctor asks to be signed off? Because my doctor asked me, did I feel the need to be signed off? Did I want to be signed off? I think on one occasion he said he felt it was a necessity. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword because it really depends on a couple of factors. Firstly, how are you feeling inside? Is your anxiety or depression being caused by your work? And if so, if you weigh it up, will taking some time off help relieve that pressure, especially if you feel that your work are going to be supportive about it, then it could well be a good thing. If on the other hand you're like me and you tend to overthink about stuff, you may find that being signed off work isn't such a good thing to do because you end up with free time and too much time to Google, too much time to do stuff on the internet, look up things, get more depressed, you're out of the loop, you're not with your work friends, you're kind of in a completely different environment. So there are quite a lot of factors that you need to add up. For me, as I said, the times that I was signed off were times when I was taking medication. I just started on them and they were um, quite potent, so to speak. So I needed to take that time off and just get myself accustomed to the drugs while they kicked in, and in that interim period, sort of felt better. So, what can you do if you are off? Well, you can read a book. If I'm trying to think of things that you can do and that I have done that helped get me through days when I was signed off. Treat yourself to a DVD. Go on YouTube if you can avoid googling and doing stuff with the computer. Comedies are great. Father Ted is a favourite of mine. Indulge yourself in some films you like. Watch some inspirational stuff like Rocky, or if you're a woman, I don't know, something more cheeky. Having said that, I've said that before. Rocky is not just a man's film. Girls love it too. So general just distraction. So you really do have to think about what is best for you. Is it better to be at work where you're keeping a routine and you're with your work friends and you're doing things that you know will distract you? If you're a health anxiety sufferer, you may find that that is actually the best thing for you because you're not. If you have a very busy job like mine, then you have very little time to think about the things that are bothering you. If you are at a desk job where you may have a little bit too much time to think about stuff, weigh it up. Are you going to be better off being at work where you can continue doing the things that you do if you're functioning okay, or if you are only you know inside. Are you so stressed or so depressed that it would ease your symptoms to be off for a week or 2 weeks? If you're taking a medication, or you've just been prescribed one, then I would say it's probably more or less essential, really, because trying to work on the first few days of any medication can be very demanding, even with the mild drugs. Drugs like Prozac, or um, stronger tablets like mirtazapine can really knock you out for a good few days, where you're very drowsy and lethargic during the day. Um, so they don't completely make you dysfunctional, so I'm not trying to put you off them, but it can be very difficult to work. So have a good think about what's best for you. Today, for me, was a little bit like being signed off work, because I woke up and thought, oh, what shall I do? So I got quite agitated this morning as I sort of wallowed in bed for a bit, and started to get a little bit jittery. So the first thing I did when I kind of sat down and made myself a bit more rational was get out of bed and get on my bike and go for a cycle. The weather was good. Took lots of nice deep breaths, and that was really, really helpful. Went to some shops, did a few bits of shopping and some stuff, and it really did break up the day. Got home, made myself lunch, and then did some reading. So it's very important to keep up a routine of sorts if you are not working. Even if it is just watching DVDs or reading books, just do some things, indulge yourself in some things that you like. If you are continuing to work and you are stressed and agitated, then look at ways that you can relieve your stress. Talk to your boss, if you think they may well be understanding about how you're feeling. Most, you could be referred to an occupational health department, which will ask you a few questions about how you feel at work, and is there anything that you feel that your workplace, any changes that they could do to make your work life a little bit easier. So there are options. I have seen occupational health and a few other people regarding things that make my life at work a little bit easier. But I'm quite fortunate, because although my job is very stressful and very demanding, it kind of keeps me so busy during the day that it's actually kind of a bit of a blessing, even though some people would say, God, I don't know how you do this job. I have to deal with some pretty difficult things. But if you do need any tips or advice, give me a shout. So I'll put my website and my email down below, and get in touch with me and let me know what your thoughts are. And if you have any suggestions for videos, things that I can talk about, then I'm happy to waffle on all day about almost anything to do with anxiety and depression. And if I can help, then that's definitely a bonus. So take care, and see you soon. Bye.